So I just got done watching a brand new film on Amazon Prime Video. This movie is a movie that came out at the end of July featuring Ice Cube as the main actor portraying a DHS officer known as Will Radford. Basically, Will Radford works for a government surveillance program that is able to monitor everybody on Earth. And the beginning of the movie hits you with so many different things that it's a little bit hard to follow at first, because they're like, we're trying to find someone named the Disruptor. And then all of a sudden it's like, are you hearing about all this weather? That's not my pay grade. I don't care about that. Meanwhile, I gotta say this. The beginning of the film starts off with showing Ice Cube's character, Will Radford, the most insane tornado thunderstorm weather I think I've ever seen in my life. And instead of actually being concerned, Will Radford just goes, "Ain't my cup of tea. I don't care. I don't really care about that. That's not my pay grade. That's not what I do. I monitor surveillance. I don't monitor weather." So you're telling me that this gigantic tornado thunderstorm doesn't even look the least bit interesting to you? Okay. But then we find out later on that this random weather, all of these things that are happening, are meteors striking all over the planet, causing the weather to be horrific. Large machines, giant robots, start attacking the humans. And then all of a sudden they're like, it's an alien invasion. Wow. And then the president, who happens to be played by a famous impressionist, which caught me off guard, authorizes military response. And it's just, I don't know. It was kind of like a success when they did this. The military response was a success almost. And then suddenly we start to figure out that these aliens are literally eating data. Our data is deadly, according to the taglines of this movie. And these aliens are literally eating data. How? What? How do you eat data? This doesn't make any sense. But there's just so many random things that happen in the beginning of this movie. And like there's so many jarring cuts and edits. Like it feels like this movie was created in the editing process of this film rather than actually being storyboarded out. It feels like they did every possible scenario for this and then said, all right, what's the best footage we put together and what can we make out of this that makes it look actually like a proper plot? But then again, the plot of this movie, as much as it's about aliens and a data analysis worker for Department of Homeland Security, as much as it's all about that, this entire movie is just nonstop product placement. The movie starts you out talking about Amazon, and then the movie continues on by saying, here's a Tesla, a self-driving Tesla, to help somebody get to the hospital after something insane happens to them, which, by the way, when something happens to your daughter, you'd think that you'd be at least a little bit concerned. No, not Ice Cube's character, not Will Radford. No, he doesn't show any sort of interest in that. He's just like, I'm trying to find you how to get to the hospital. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get you there. But he doesn't show that emotion. He doesn't show that at all. And oh my God. And then of course this hacker that they're looking for turns out to be someone I didn't expect at first, but then again, the plot, you can see every single thing coming 10 miles away. You just know. You know everything before it even happens, before they even try to signify it, because they don't hide anything at all. They don't... I'm going insane making this review because this is most literally the worst movie I've ever watched in my life. Oh my God. I don't understand. Oh, and not to mention, there's a major plot point in this movie, and I can't believe I'm saying this. There is a major plot point in this movie when they're trying to get a drone, an Amazon drone, to deliver something. And what happens? The drone crashes next to a homeless man. So how do we advance the plot? Give him $100 Amazon gift card so that he'll move the drone for you. What? And then, of course, the most anticlimactic way of them defeating the aliens. Will Radford and his son celebrated as heroes. People's crimes are exposed. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't even feel like I can give a proper, like, this is all just me ranting and just not able to comprehend how horrible this movie was to watch. It is hilariously bad. I'll say that much. There's one point, just one point in this entire movie that made me laugh, and it was because of how poorly edited it was. When the first earthquake happens early on in the movie, you can see Ice Cube's character, Will Radford. He's just sitting at the computer, you know, doing what he's got to do. By the way, just kind of interjecting this here real quick, the entire movie is a Zoom call. I'm not even joking. The entire movie is a Zoom call. So if you don't like how the Zoom call layout is, you don't want to see like internet browser after internet browser, camera after camera, you might as well not watch this movie because that's all this is. But long story short, he's on the computer, he's doing what he's doing, and then all of a sudden the first earthquake hits, you know, the whole aliens first invading. They didn't even know it was aliens at this time. To convey that there was an earthquake happening, instead of Ice Cube's character jumping up and being like, oh my God, earthquake, or reacting in a certain way, how do they convey it? They give him a cup of coffee and they make him shake it around like his whole room is exploding and whatever. So first off, where did the coffee come from? Why is he holding it next to the computer all of a sudden? And why does the cut in between the footage happen? Because there is a cut in between when he's shaking the cup where it looks like, oh, he's at the computer. And then all of a sudden, oh, he's got a cup of coffee. He's shaking it all over. He's, you know, the whole room shaking. But then in the middle of the coffee being spilled and him shaking, it cuts to him holding it in a different spot and continues to shake an already spilled, yet somehow now full again coffee cup. I laughed so hard when I saw that, because it's like, how do you edit this so poorly? It's almost like when they edited this movie together, they knew that it was going to be so bad that they were just like, you know what? Let's lean into how poorly made this is. Let's lean into it and just say, you know what? Screw it. It's going to be a bad movie anyway. Why not? Oh my God. I've always loved entertainment of any kind. Whether it's video games, film, TV shows. But my God, never in my life have I ever watched something that has never looked good in any aspect. And not to mention, the people that they got to act in all these characters, I can tell you right now, they were probably not given a proper script I have seen Ice Cube as an actor. This dude can actually do good job when he has a good script. So the fact that he was horrible in terms of doing this character in this movie, I don't even want to blame Ice Cube because I know he's been able to do better. So this obviously means that the movie itself wasn't crafted with a proper script. And it further just pulls out this point where I was saying earlier, like, I don't think this movie actually was made when they were filming it. I think they took all of these different scenarios, filmed them, and then compiled them and made the editing process how they determined the storyboard. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have anything good to say about it. There's a reason that this was like 0 to 4% on the critic rating. The audience score is like 20% right now. And I think that's just because people are actually like flocking to it and like, oh, this is hilariously bad. Oh, it's just bad. It's just bad, man. I mean, if you want to see something hilariously bad, watch it. Go on ahead. But I'm not going to tell you it's anywhere near good, because it's not. I've seen some really crappy movies in my day. This is one of them. This is 100% one of them. So now, because I actually want to watch something worth my time, I'm going to go watch the new Wednesday show. I might do a review of that. Not sure yet. Kind of sad because I feel like they should have been able to do so much better with this storyline. Because War of the Worlds, I think there was a movie that they did with Tom Cruise before this. And I feel like if they were trying to do like a rework of that story, why wouldn't they go all in trying to make it look good? Like you think Amazon has all this money, they'd actually be able to put together something good, right? Well, apparently not. Apparently not. Yeah, that's it. That's my review. 0 out of 10. I don't care for this movie. I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to go try to find something enjoyable to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. I enjoyed reviewing this because I don't think I'm ever going to find anything as bad as this. That's all for now. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the next film review.